editor, India Today Group, Rajdeep Sardesai, is still with me. Also with us, Amiben Yagnik, spokesperson for the Congress Party, Sudhanshu Mittal of the BJP, and senior journalist and columnist Nalini Singh, also with us this evening. Thanks for joining us. Rajdeep, returning to the first question that we introduced debate number 2 onto the point with this evening, are the implications of what happened to the BJP in Gujarat and Rajasthan in any way more troubling, given the circumstances and their ruling in both of those states, than what happened in Uttar Pradesh?
You know, it's interesting. The BJP, for some reason, doesn't do as well in by-elections in Gujarat as they do in the state elections.
Yes.
Even when Mr. Modi was chief minister, they've had reverses in by-elections in the past. I get a sense that there is a lot of anti-incumbency against local MLAs, and that manifests itself sometimes during a by-election. And Gujarat could be an example. Remember, it's still advantage BJP. BJP won 6,
yes,
and the Congress won 3. Rajasthan, I think, is more troubling and perhaps offers the best news for the Congress, because here is a state the BJP swept in December last year, swept in May, and now suddenly the Congress is making a comeback. And there's a sense with Sachin Pilot in charge, the Congress is actually working hard and may have actually found a formula, simple formula, start working on the ground and stop sitting in TV studios and dressing rooms and drawing rooms of Delhi. That's the formula for the Congress. You haven't given, interestingly enough, Shiv, the best news for the BJP, which has come from Bengal.
Yes.
Where they've actually won 1 seat on their own this time. So I think that's the best news for the BJP. The troubling news is Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. And the best news for the Congress today has really come from that state of Rajasthan, because it shows that if you can work hard on the ground, all is not lost for the Congress party.
Absolutely. We were just going to come to Bengal in just a bit. Nalini, quick opening comments on Gujarat and Rajasthan for the BJP.
Opening comment is that, let me take a macro view. Has the BJP peaked? That would be a question that is being asked in the Hindi belt, for instance, Gujarat and Rajasthan. The answer is no. Why? Because look at the new territory that BJP seems to have got. You've got West Bengal, as Rajdeep just said, Assam, so that means that BJP can now go for Jammu Kashmir. It seems to be going to these areas where it was a stranger. It was almost an alien in earlier days. But I would say that it's very clear that in multi-cornered contests, BJP is losing, is winning, but in one-on-one contests, BJP is losing. So multi-cornered, which we had during the Lok Sabha, BJP did well. But on one-on-one, what is happening? And the other thing that I would say is that it appears to me that today, at the regional level, in these regional elections, just Modi wave is, the Modi factor is a necessary factor, but it's not a sufficient factor. So it has to be Modi plus.
So Sudhanshu Mittal, respond to that. How worried is the BJP with what happened in Gujarat and Rajasthan today?
Rajasthan worried, yes. Because out of 4, if the Congress is winning 3,
yes,
when we have the government, yes, we are worried. Gujarat, no, because Gujarat, we won the Lok Sabha, 6 Vidhan Sabhas we won, no. One good news which you forgot to mention was Assam.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, we have won Silchar by a record margin of 37,000 votes. Congress got 37, we got 74,000 votes. And this is a seat which has been vacated by Sushmita, whose her father was legendary in that region. So there are good news, but certainly the reversal in UP has been demoralizing. But the outcome or the conclusion of the defeat is not what actually it is. In the morning also, 2 things I pointed out. One, a multi-cornered contest versus a bipolar polity. It has its implications. SP, BSP voters together in 94 also had demolished us. So no big deal. Secondly, in the by-elections, the history says SP has always won by-elections. 18 elections they won when they had held only 5 of them. And when it came to the elections in 2007, they again got only 6 seats. So I do not read the larger message of the by-election in terms of what is there in future vis-a-vis.
I'll come to that second point you're making in just a moment. Yeah, I'll come to that second point in just a moment. I want to bring in Amiben Yagnik for a quick opening word on whether the BJP has underestimated the Congress. Do you feel like you've been underestimated?
No, there is no question of underestimation. This is a clear sign in Gujarat that the Modi wave is waning. the Gujarat people are now understanding that whatever was promised in the 2012 Legislative Assembly elections, that here we need to have a Chief Minister 100% because he is going to be the Prime Minister candidate. And now that the Prime Minister candidate is going to win in the Lok Sabha elections, they thought that, well, all the injustice that was done to Gujarat at that time, now it will be solved. But now the bubble is bursting slowly and people are realizing that all these false promises on the issues of development, unemployment, law and order situation, and so they are turning to the Congress. So I think the BJP is absolutely losing ground, but I would not say BJP because there was never a BJP in Gujarat. It was only Mr. Modi. So the Modi wave is showing its colors.
I want to bring Rajdeep in on that.
So I think the BJP should understand that.
No, Rajdeep, you know, speaking of what Amiben just said about the waning popularity of Narendra Modi in Gujarat, you've also got some BJP leaders, you know, speaking off camera, laying the entire thing at Anandiben Patel's door. And that, you know, what happened in Gujarat may not be a big deal for the BJP, but it's a reflection on her leadership in the state.
Look, let's be clear. Some hard facts. The BJP has been winning Gujarat since 1995.
Yes.
Before Narendra Modi became Chief Minister of Gujarat, the BJP was still the party #1 of Gujarat. Yes, Narendra Modi won 3 elections in a row, but Keshubhai Patel also won 2 elections in Gujarat. So this has been a BJP bastion.
Yes.
And they have lost by-elections in the past because many of their MLAs have been elected 2 and 3 times. There is an anti-incumbency that creeps in every now and then. Yes, there is some sign for the BJP to get rid of the complacency in Gujarat. Anandiben Patel is clearly not Narendra Modi.
Yes.
But I don't think the Congress has the... You see, the Congress is hoping to win elections by default. The problem with the Congress is they're going to sit and say, eventually achhe din nahi aayenge.
Yes.
And once achhe din don't come, we will be elected. Now that is an attitude which I think can lead to complacency.
Yes.
I think the Congress has also to start getting proactive. That's where I give the distinction between
Has
Rajasthan
the Congress
and
not
Gujarat.
been proactive at all this time?
I think in Rajasthan they were. Sachin Pilot and the local level leaders of the Congress in Rajasthan actually fought the elections in a manner that enabled them to score this win
Yes.
there. In Gujarat, it's by default. In Gujarat, congressmen don't go out and really fight the election. In fact, you know, while researching my book on the 2014 elections, the BJP leader close to Modi told me that Modi was at his most vulnerable in the 2012 Gujarat Assembly elections. And the Congress should have hit us then. But the Congress was so caught up in the fact that they could not win Gujarat that they gave up that election. So it's not as if the Congress can't win a state like Gujarat, but they have to fight and work for it, which they are at the moment incapable of doing because the party machinery has got completely ossified over the years.
You're just waiting for default gains in Gujarat, and what has happened as far as the Congress is concerned in this ByPoll election also are just default. Respond to that, Amiben Yagnik.
No, I
It's
don't
not
agree
real
with
work on
what
the ground.
Rajdeep is saying. No. It is not so. But you can see that there was a stronghold by Mr. Modi promising all those development issues and bringing vibrant Gujarat, and then we come to know after 5 or 6 years that all these MOUs were never signed and everything is marketed, and you really don't go on the social indicators of malnutrition and the children and the sex
you have been out
ratio
of
and the
power. Sorry to
unemployment and
intervene,
the
ma'am.
commercialization of
Ma'am,
education.
you have been out of power. Ma'am, I'm sorry to
bringing all
intervene.
these
You have been
points
out
to
of
the
power
fore,
for 20 years there.
the people
You
are
have been out of
understanding
power
all
for
this
20
now.
years.
The people are now seeing through and through.
Sudhanshu, Mittal, you were raising your finger. Go ahead.
Is it not a fact? Is it not a fact that we won the Lok Sabha seat? Is it not a fact that out of 9 we have won 6? Thanks for the mercy of saying that it is ebbing and not already ebbed. That the bubble is bursting and not already busted. Madam.
No, yeah, okay. No,
Small accomplishments do not demolish the effect or the acceptance of BJP in Gujarat. Let's put things in the perspective.
Nalini, the manner in which the Congress...
So bad.
Okay, I take your point. Nalini, the manner in which the Congress is interpreting these results, you know, let's just talk about Gujarat for now. Is that you know, pretty typical of the complacence that they seem to be viewing everything with in these ByPoll results?
I think definitely for Gujarat, they seem to be having...
because like Rajdeep said, they've been out of power for 20 years.
Yeah, so in Gujarat, there's absolutely no reason for them to be triumphant as they are. But I think in Rajasthan is where they should be, because what they have missed is, and Sudhanshu Mittal is not talking about it, is that BJP is beset with organizational problems. BJP's organization and the internal dynamic is really extremely worrying. And what I learn is that has there been, that BJP should find this out and they should not put it under the carpet. Have the people who became members of parliament undercut the candidates who were the candidates for MLA in Rajasthan? What exactly is happening? There's something internal to BJP that has happened, and it's the organizational dynamic. And I hope that Sudhanshu Mittal doesn't say no, wrong, because there is something which is very, very missing. And I would like to say that, when we are talking about the issues, we are talking about, for instance, we've said the prices. Now the question is that your leaders, Sudhanshu Mittal, the big leaders over here, have press conferences saying inflation has come down, prices are now under control. Now what is happening is the lack of connect. The statistics that you're offering in Delhi have almost nothing to do with the burden of the common person at the field level. And you're watching it, you're looking at the results. Not only is it that in multi-cornered contests you're doing well, but in one-on-one you're doing badly, but you're not looking at what the reality for the
Sudhanshu
common man
Mittal,
is.
quick response to that, then I want to bring Rajdeep in on Rajasthan once again. Sudhanshu Mittal,
On the Rajasthan front, what Nalini ji says has a lot of merit. We have certainly reasons to worry, because we are the government of the day. Normally the by-elections favor the government of the day.
Yes.
And they're losing 3 out of 4 is really very worrisome. So out of the whole gamut of these elections, what is most worrisome for me is Rajasthan. And I think it certainly needs introspection, it certainly needs investigation, it certainly needs in-depth analysis as to what has gone wrong, because as rightly pointed out, 162 out of 200 seats is what we won in the Vidhan Sabha. We won all the 25 Lok Sabha seats, and in these also there was a massive mandate. So this is worrisome, and I promise you, I think the party will be very, very serious about finding out the reasons and correcting the reasons why there has been a reversal in Rajasthan.
Rajdeep, it wasn't a default win for the Congress in Rajasthan.
It comes down to arrogance. It comes down to arrogance. Vasundhara Raje is somewhere, and she's bringing a lot of important reform. The irony is she's bringing in faster reform than Narendra Modi is. She's pushing ahead with labour reform, for example. She's actually pushing, but along with that, she's also cut off from party workers. She's not the kind of leader who sort of reaches out to party workers in the manner that they would like during a by-election. She plays favourites. There are those. The party cadre is not fully behind Vasundhara Raje. She was lucky in 2 instances. In December last year, she was lucky for 2 factors. Ashok Gehlot gave a terrible government, A, and B, the fact was that was just the time when the Narendra Modi wave was building up. The 2 factors came together and propelled her to power. Then you have April, May, when there is a Narendra Modi wave that sweeps you across. Wherever it's direct BJP versus Congress, there's anger against the Manmohan Singh government at the center. So she benefited both in December and in May. Now you've got a routine by-election. Now some of the local factors are playing. Her arrogance, her unwillingness to communicate with her party workers. These are things which can hurt her. They've hurt her in the past, they could hurt her again. And I think this is where the BJP needs to have a wake-up call.
And what did the Congress do right, Rajdeep? What did the Congress do right in Rajasthan?
What the Congress did right in Rajasthan, Shiv, is the fact that in Sachin Pilot, they have found someone who's credible, someone who's younger, someone who's a little bit more energetic, someone who's actually now starting to spend more and more time in Rajasthan. That's what they need to do in state after state. The Congress's big problem is that they still continue, or many of their leaders continue to practice their politics from Delhi. Now, if the Congress sent a Jyotiraditya Scindia to Madhya Pradesh and said, look, you spent 5 years in Bhopal, I don't want to see you in Delhi. Tell Sachin Pilot, spend 5 years in Jaipur.
That's the way to do it,
That's the way to do it. They've done it here. They've got a lesson. Can they do it? And just as an aside, Rahul Gandhi didn't campaign anywhere. So, you know, for once the Congress cannot give any credit to Rahul Gandhi, who was last seen, I'm told, in London.
Nalini, you concur with that? I just want an aside of my own is that Sanjay Jha earlier today on another channel said, you know, this performance was despite the fact that Rahul Gandhi wasn't, you know, part of the entire campaign.
In fact,
but
because
yeah,
of the
Nalini,
fact, perhaps, that in fact it's a, you know, as an aside that maybe the Congress leaders don't have to be in Delhi or at any place where the elections are being held. But because the BJP seems to be in a confessional mood, Sudhanshu Mittal, do I have your permission, Shiv, to ask him if the performance in Rajasthan, the performance in Gujarat, etc., in UP, is it because you did not have the RSS worker working for BJP or alongside the BJP cadre?
No, I don't think, you know, this has been the scenario. As I said, UP has more local issues involved. It's nothing to do with the RSS distancing itself from BJP. I don't think this is true. I just heard Rajdeep talking about Vasundhara Raje. Rajdeep, I just want to say, Vasundhara is very charismatic. In fact, one of the reasons why we had such a massive mandate for Rajasthan was her charisma. Certainly something has gone wrong, but it would be premature to conclude that it is because of Vasundhara.
No, I'm not.
That this happened.
No, she has strengths. Mr. Mittal, she has strengths, she has weaknesses.
Information is,
like any politician, she has strengths, she has weaknesses.
Were not appropriately given. 2 of the seats which were distributed were not appropriately distributed, and they have costed us those 2 seats. The third loss, I still don't know the reasons, but the 2 seats I definitely know that from day one, the moment the candidatures were announced, it was stated that these are the 2 seats we are about to lose.
You know, in these early hours,
we have lost. No explanations, no excuses. We have lost.
Okay,
but we need to look at it. I do not think it is a non-reversible situation.
In these early hours of analyzing the results in Gujarat and Rajasthan, Amiben Yagnik, has the Congress identified the manner in which the party has gone about its campaign for these bypolls in Rajasthan as the way to do things? This is how it's done. Has the Congress at least acknowledged that internally?
Well, it differs from state to state, but of course, the Congress has put in a lot of effort this time, and if you see the vote share from 2012 to 2014 and till today, not only that margin is covered, which is in several thousands, but also got an edge up in the number of votes. Now, if you go to see, we banked up on a couple of other seats also, but we lost there, and we gained in all these seats. And so there is a different kind of the local issues which have come to the fore and which the BJP has never taken care of. They have promised the sky and the stars, and now the people are realizing that nothing is happening despite Mr. Modi going to the center. And so this is slowly, gradually dawning on everyone.
Okay, I want to end with one last question, and I want responses from all 4 of you. Starting with you, Rajdeep. 2 big assembly elections coming up this year. Are there any big, you know, takeaways from what we've seen in Uttar Pradesh, in Gujarat, and in Rajasthan for the Congress and the BJP going forward?
Look, I think, Shiv, both these elections, Haryana and Maharashtra in particular, are for the BJP to lose. For the BJP Shiv Sena in the case of Maharashtra. I mean, it's completely advantage the BJP Shiv Sena in Maharashtra because you've had 15 years of a, you know, pretty incompetent Congress NCP government, and you've had a government in Haryana also which has done 10 years, and there is anti-incumbency which has settled in. So I don't expect the BJP to lose either of these 2 states, but there is complacency, there is arrogance, this, you know, virtually dictating terms to the Shiv Sena as to how many seats the BJP will demand. I think this can let down the BJP. So I think the warning signal of today's result for the BJP is shake off your complacency, shake off your arrogance. Each election is different to the other. For the Congress, for God's sake, stop living in denial. You were defeated swiftly and roundly in the 2014 elections. You need to get your grassroots network together again to come back, and you need to do something about your leadership. So I think both these national parties need wake-up calls, which these by-elections have provided.
I think that's a message we can end on. The Congress needs to stop living in the past, stop living in denial. The BJP needs to shake off its complacency.
Come October 19th, and we'll be smiling.
Sorry?
Come October 19th. and you'll find BJP smiling because
Well,
No, you will smile.
Smile today.
No, you will smile, but you know, no, you smile all the time, Mr. Mittal. All I'm saying is the fact is you will smile. I said you will win.
I'm talking about the organization.
No, but
sir.
Okay.
I must say that
Nalini, quick 20 seconds, yeah.
Quickly, I'll add to what Rajdeep said about Haryana, that BJP has inducted outsiders. And if I were anything to do with BJP, leadership, I would watch the outsiders because they can sabotage your chances because each one of them wants to be chief minister. So they will make sure that their 10 MLAs win and the MLAs of the other rival lose.
Okay.
So you have to have people with ideological commitment cannot be there. So these are people who came in and you've taken lateral entries. You did that in 92 also, and then you suffered. So I would say, and in Maharashtra, I'm sure Narendra Modi himself today has taken the reins of resolving this issue with Shiv Sena today. So I think it will be resolved.
Now, what we've done on To The Point this evening here on Headlines
Thank
today
you for the very,
is
very valuable advice.
is
And
only a
certainly
very
we shall keep this in mind
Okay.
because it's a very valuable advice.
very preliminary sort of analysis of how the parties have performed in these ByPoll results. All through this week, we'll be getting you much more analysis. We'll be getting you political reactions as well. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 2 on To The Point. Rajdeep, thanks for joining us as well. We're taking a quick break here. I'm back with